Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Epic Finance. I am so glad to be here with all of you this morning, and I welcome you back. I've seen that I've gotten some views, and I really do appreciate you who have given me a try. If you like what you're seeing, or if you want to give me a chance, or kind of just follow me on this journey with me, please hit that red subscribe button down below. Hit the thumbs up for a like so more people can start seeing me. And if you're really feeling generous, please hit that bell notification to receive notifications whenever I do release a new video. So I believe I've talked a little bit about this before, and we will get to my Robinhood account in this video. There's just a few things I do want to cover that I believe I either didn't cover fully or I didn't cover at all in my previous videos. So first of all, I'd like to talk a bit more about why I'm working towards financial freedom. As I've mentioned in my previous videos, I work paycheck to paycheck. Well, I live paycheck to paycheck, I work a 40-hour-a-week job. My wife works not quite 40 hours, but she does work quite a bit, and I do plan to try to fix that problem. So sometimes I might have a little bit of periods of silence as I'm thinking of another word to use besides So, yeah, we both work, and even with that, we're, scraping by, really. So that's what this journey is all about, is me working towards financial freedom with my wife, and so that way we can live a more comfortable life. Now, I don't expect to get rich off this channel, and I don't expect to be rich. I just want to get in a position where I no longer have to worry about if I'm gonna be able to take care of anything that might come up and have the money to do so on hand, and not be like, well, what are we gonna do because we don't have the money. So that's what this series is really all about, is me working to get in a better position than where I'm at. And then, what is financial freedom to me? Well, financial freedom to me is really kind of what I mentioned before, the ability to live without worrying about if you're going to be able to take care of an expense that comes out of nowhere, or you'll be able to do things that you want to do when you want to do them and not be strapped to your paychecks. So that's the goal. And obviously, if I make more than what I'm expecting, great. If not, well, I would have at least achieved my goal. So yeah, that's kind of the reason for this channel, like I've mentioned before. And so one of the things that I'm doing then is through investing. I've decided right now that I'll probably be doing a little bit more investing than storing in a savings account as of right now, just because I'm earning a higher return on my dividends by investing it. Most of your high yield savings accounts and or certificate accounts, they right now they're averaging a 2.40 to 2.79 as of right now, and I'm averaging right now in my investments about a 7% right now. So definitely much more, and it also creates a steady stream of passive income monthly through dividends that those investments pay me. And we'll kind of go over that a bit in this video as we look over my Robinhood account. So, kind of as I mentioned before, I don't expect to get rich quick. I don't expect to make money quick. This is going to be a gradual journey. All journeys are slow, and a learning experience for those on the journey. And I really hope that's what this channel becomes, a learning experience for all of us, where we can learn and grow together as a family, as a guild. I don't know. I'll think of a catchy name for all of us here. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get into my Robinhood account. Now this is inside my Robinhood account. This is the cash management page. It is a new feature that they're going to do, where any spare cash left over you will have access to through a debit card, and this cash will be held in other accounts elsewhere, but it will be earning about a 2% interest while it's just sitting there doing nothing, not being invested, which is basically like a savings account as a checking account. So I'm super excited for that. Now, before I move on, I do apologize again about the watermark that might be on the video, or two, because not only does my free screen recorder post a watermark, but I believe my video editor will as well. So I do apologize about that, but thanks for being patient as I work through this and just use free software for now. So let's move on about kind of my strategy with Robinhood. So my strategy is investing in dividend stocks. So either stocks that pay me on a monthly basis, or stocks that are going to pay me quarterly. Now the idea behind this is not only to kind of save money back, but have my money work for me the hardest as possible. As I mentioned before in the beginning, hopefully in the beginning of this video, my investments here earn about a 7% return compared to most savings accounts that only give you about a 2%, anywhere from 2 to 3% return on it, depending on what it is. Now, not to say that savings accounts are bad. I do plan to eventually start saving money in a savings account outside of the market as well. It's just right now, I do kind of want my money to work for me as hard as it can until I can start getting excess where I can start dividing the two up. That's kind of my strategy for investing. Now, I always invest about 2 months ahead. Right now I've been buying stocks that pay me quarterly, and so I buy 2 months ahead. That way I'm always earning the higher dividends every month. It's been a great strategy so far. My account always goes up because of it, and it's always super exciting to see the higher dividends being earned every month. Now let's go over to my portfolio page here. Here you will see that my portfolio is only worth $444.29. But I'm only able to invest about $50 every paycheck, so $100 a month, and that is kind of my growth for this portfolio as of right now. If you look yesterday here, it's showing that on October 21st I was up 0.62%, so I was up about $2.75, and for the week I'm actually up $14. We've had a great week in the market. Stocks have been going up. Unfortunately, that does mean that they are worth more when you purchase them, but for the most part, it doesn't bother me too much. I am just planning to buy and hold on to those stocks as long as they pay me their dividends. So some of the current stocks I have, I am invested in the Wendy's Corporation. I have 2 shares of them. They pay me 12 cents per share. They were kind of my first stock that I bought when I was kind of, getting my feet a little wet. I bought one of their shares and just kind of sat on it and saw if they paid me the dividends. I was a little hesitant at first, but once I saw that they were going to pay me their dividends, I started to invest a bit more. I'm also invested in Cold Realty, and they pay me 20 cents per share. Let me get you kind of when they pay me here. So Wendy's pays me in the months of March, June, September, and December. Cold Realty pays me in the months of January, April, July, and October. And then I got 2 shares of the GEO group. They pay me for February, May, August, and November at 48 cents per share. I then also own 2 shares of AT&T. They pay me 51 cents per share, and they're also in the months of February, May, August, and November. I have 9 shares of UMH Properties. They pay me for March, June, September, and December at 18 cents per share. I also have 7 shares of Ford. They pay me also in those same months as UMH, and they pay me 15 cents per share. And then I'm invested with 2 shares of New York Mortgage. I always forget what that T stands for, but I will get that maybe in a later video. I do want to maybe have videos that go a little bit more in depth to each of these companies and kind of what they do for you as well. But they pay me 20 cents per share, and then I have 2 shares of Chimera, which pays me 50 cents per share. And both New York Mortgage and Chimera pay me for the first quarter of January, April, July, and October. So those are my stocks. Some of them, the only reason I invested in them is because of what they pay out. And some of them I've invested in because I believe that they're good companies and they'll be around for years to come. Like Wendy's, for example. I love Wendy's. I always eat at Wendy's for the most part. For when it comes to burger joints, they're my go-to. And so I do want to buy more shares of Wendy's, even though they don't pay as much as some of the other ones. I do want to slowly increase my shares of Wendy's. The other 2 that I'm really excited for, I invested in AT&T because I don't use their phone service, but a lot of people do. They also, I believe, they own, I think, I'll have to look into it more, so don't quote me on this, but I think DirecTV as well, they own some type of TV thing that I'll have to look into. But as I said, I do want to create small videos going over kind of each of the companies I'm invested in, and then each time I invest in a new one, I'll try to do research on it and create a video for that for all of you. So that's kind of my portfolio as of right now. It's pretty strong. If we look here at my total gains and losses, we'll see the one that's really dragging me down is the GEO group. I don't plan really to invest too much more in them until I see a bit more growth. But at the same time, they're fairly cheap right now, so I am tempted to buy a bit more of them as well as at a cheaper price, because I kind of looked at their trending history, and I think we're reaching a low in them before they start bouncing back up. But everything else I'm up on, Wendy's, I'm up about $6. I'm up $7 for Cold Realty, up $5 for AT&T, $21 for UMH, go UMH, down $1 for Ford, but that's fine. They're kind of, whenever they go down about that, usually the next week or so, they go back up, and then they go back down and go back up. So they're pretty steady. 24 cents for New York Mortgage and 99 cents for Chimera. So I'm up quite a bit, as you can see. I do like to watch the cryptocurrencies. I don't plan to invest in any because they're way too volatile. But I do just like to watch them just to kind of see where they're sitting at. So there you go. And then below is my watch list of other stocks I kind of have my eye on. Doesn't mean I'm going to invest in all of them. I just have my eye on them. So that's my portfolio. And this Wednesday, so tomorrow, because I'm filming this on Tuesday, I will invest probably into 5 more shares of Ford, just because right now they're the cheapest, and I'll get the most bang for my buck, as this is the last paycheck that I'm going to be investing towards the December rotation. And then starting next month, I'll start buying for January again. So you'll be seeing me buy and increase my shares of Chimera and the New York Mortgage for now. So yeah, I will go a bit more in depth into my portfolio at a later time. I'll show you maybe how much I've earned in dividends, and go a bit more in depth into the portfolio in general. But for beginners in the market, Robinhood is a very good platform. It's very user-friendly, very simplified, so you're not being overwhelmed with information. So it's very good for beginners. I do recommend it for anyone who's just getting started in the stock market. So click that link in the description. Like I said, we will both get a free stock when you sign up with my link. And once again, it would be much appreciated if you can hit that subscribe button and the like button as well to help me get around the YouTube algorithm and get more people seeing my videos. Hit that bell notification as well if you're feeling really generous, as it is kind of proven that generosity makes you a happier person. To receive notification as well, though, when I release new videos. So there's a plus for doing that. So hopefully I will see you all again next time. I appreciate your views, your support. You don't know how much I appreciate all of that. I love each and every one of you, and I get really excited when I see that I'm getting more views, which means more people are watching, and you know, the message is getting out and the family's growing. So see you all next time. Have a good one.